Hi everyone, my name is Kurt Dusek, and in today's Partner Technical Bootcamp, we're going to be talking about GitOps. So let's level set with what GitOps actually means, or how GitLab defines GitOps. So this is an operational framework that incorporates DevOps best practices used in application development, so things like version control, collaboration, compliance, and CI/CD, and we apply those concepts to infrastructure automation. Think of it as almost DevOps for your infrastructure. Now, this is a poll we placed on GitLab's Twitter, which reaches a pretty advanced audience with regard to DevOps practices. And more than half of the respondents haven't even looked into it yet. So this presents a huge opportunity as professionals to introduce another layer of automation and efficiency. GitOps is another aspect of DevOps that encourages organization to embrace change rather than fear it. So fundamentally altering the infrastructure is an intimidating task for many people, and historically it's represented physical change and the risk of downtime. With automation and cloud computing, we can remove this risk and make the changes small, policy-driven, and then repeatable and reversible. Now there are three main components to GitOps. The first is using infrastructure as code and storing that in a Git repository. Next are merge requests, and those are our change agents and essentially our audit trail of what's been changed, when it's been changed, and who changed it. And finally, CI and CD automation provides our reconciliation loop. This ensures that our infrastructure is up to date at any given time. Infrastructure as code really goes beyond just the infrastructure. It's really more like X as code, and X can represent infrastructure, configuration, policy, or any other operational work that we can define via code. This is declared in a desired state, and it's stored in the Git version control. There's a lot of power to storing code in a version control system, similar to what we use in app development. Your ops teams can now leverage Git tools as the user interface, and it's a tried and tested and easy method to use. Your GitOps main branch becomes your production branch. Whatever is in that branch is considered the single source of truth. Merge request gives you a gating and collaboration capabilities, code reviews, discussions, and even approvals. So many people can contribute to this change, but a small number of approvers are the only ones who are allowed to enact the change. And this helps with auditing and compliance standards. Now, when we put CI and CD together and include our infrastructure configuration, we end up with what we call a reconciliation loop. And this not only handles the release of the software, it also ensures that our underlying infrastructure is in a state that we've defined via code. And we can use an agent that lives in your Kubernetes cluster, like a Kubernetes operator, or an agentless push-based system where your CI and CD is running on a regular schedule and checking in the environment, and it looks for the defined state and then it syncs things as necessary. And with this process in place, there's no need for manual updates to our infrastructure. Now let's get into our lab about GitOps.